Before we wind it down, Brian, I gotta ask you about the beatboxing that I mentioned at the start of the show. You in there with Kurt Angle. I want to know, number one, if you could still beatbox, and number two, how did that come about? But how long did it take Kurt Angle to actually learn that rap and dance and everything?
Well, actually, the way it all came down is we did a overseas tour, and I believe it was like Indonesia or we were on a plane, and it was Team Angle, John Cena, um, but anyway, a bunch of us in the back, just farting around, and they were rapping to some I don't know what it was. They had some device that was playing music or whatever.
Yeah.
Because back then it wasn't their phone. I know that. Um, but anyway, I said, hey, I just said, you want me to beatbox? And they're like, there's no way you could beatbox. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I can. So they were like, just show us first. So I grabbed me a cup that you would put like alcohol in and just started beatboxing and just dropping some like nice beats. And they were like, holy shit. So they started rapping and going crazy. We were having a great time I mean, we are all drunk too. Like it was awesome. Stephanie's on the plane and she hears all this. I didn't know this. I thought she was up in the front sleeping. I don't know. So long story short, we land, get back to TV, and this is all done. And they're like, hey, we need you to do this with Kurt. John's back there. He's going to help out. And I said, do what? They're like, you're going to beatbox and Kurt's going to rap. I said, get the fuck out of here. Like, come on, man. And I was like, where'd this come from? And they said, Stephanie. She said it's the best thing she's ever heard. And I'm like, oh boy, what pressure. So he goes back there and him and John are working on a rap. I said, I'm not doing a beat until you figure out how you want to do it, like rhythm wise, to where I can put a beat to it. There's no sense in me being back there beatboxing to death and he doesn't know how to, I'll put the beatbox to his rhyme, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. So we went back there, we did it. John Cena popped. And he was like, holy shit. He's like, Kurt, you have to stay that though. So Brian can stay his way. Because once you get off, Brian's going to get off and try and have to catch up with you, which I did have to catch up with him twice, which is fine. Just not way kilter off. You're really going to mess it up.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got up there and history was written. I mean, Kurt did a great job. It was so funny. And honestly, some people have told me it was the best entertainment they've ever seen on SmackDown. And now things have changed. This was years previous, and I don't think it's the most ever. But I tell you right now, it's got to be a top 10 moment. Damn it,
Oh,
it's got to
easily.
be.
Yeah, no, that stands the test of time too. Like, I mean, that's on every compilation still that I see. Not only a core memory for me, but like everywhere. That's huge. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was very happy about it. I was very nervous. I don't know if you could tell, but I was very nervous. And
No, I couldn't tell. Was that your first time, like just you in the spotlight rather than just being a referee, like camera on you?
yeah, and then I did it two other times with Funaki and John Cena, and then another time with just Funaki again.
Okay.
Funaki was going through that little
Yeah. Yeah.
indeed. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it though, man. Then of course, those I was never nervous. It was just that first initial time, man. Live TV. Um, my face got all red, and then when he did the old police academy thing, I kind of sold that, which was great. I was surprised that I did that, so it was good. It was I enjoyed it.
One last thing about that. What did your dad think about that? The legendary Earl Hebner when he saw that.
Well, he was on Raw, so he didn't know what
Okay.
was going on. He
Oh
got a
wow.
call. Yeah, he got a call, and he said all his friends were saying it was fake, that it was piped in. And I'm like, no, it was not. That was me, bro. And he was like, was it really? And I was like, yes. So he even had some of his friends like call me and made me do it on the phone and stuff because they didn't believe me.
That's great.
Yeah, it was crazy. I couldn't believe my dad didn't believe me. My
Why
God.
not? Why wouldn't he?
I mean,
Uh,
we don't pad numbers in wrestling. Shit.
Rewind, recap, relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interview.